for the person that I'm going to be for the rest of my life to not be my own race. I pretty much just date outside of my race.
Many of our African American women want husbands who are the same race.
I never dated outside of my race. Chocolate. Let's be chocolate, dark skin. I prefer a black man.
Welcome back to Unbiased and Unballs. I'm back here today with a review video on a video done by a TikToker who is presently going viral, at least within the realms of the black community, in regards to black men who are high earners that are on dating apps but have specifically decided to screen out black women. I'm going to show you what she had to say and then come back with the stitches that were done to the video, as well as the comments that were made in regards to her advice.
Black women, I need to talk to you. This in particular affects Black African American women and Black women of the diaspora. As a matchmaker, a certified love transformer who has been helping women for 2 decades to be able to attract love, I wanted to share something with you. Because when I did my video sharing with you my top dating site recommendations, I noticed that there was a lot of comments coming in from African American women stating that there's not many quality black men that are on the sites I mentioned. And the sites that I mentioned were Luxy, The League, Elite Singles, and Match. There's other upscale sites like eHarmony, and these women have been expressing over and over again that they are not getting matched with high quality, high income earning black men. And I saw the comments coming in and I was like, I'm not gonna respond because I know how people are. However, I think it's only fair to share with you. As somebody who's an expert in this field and who works behind the scenes and who knows what's going on, it's my position that you have the right to know what's happening behind the scenes. So here's the truth. It's not that black men aren't on these sites. It's not that quality black men. Black men who are high income earning men who are looking for committed relationships aren't on these dating sites. Here's the problem. And I experienced this when I was doing matchmaking for millionaire men and very successful men all the time. And that's why I got out of matchmaking for men in general. Black men at a much higher rate said that they did not want black women. That's the truth. So the reason why you're not seeing black men on these sites is because they're filtering you out. They are saying no to African American women, but they're saying yes to everybody else. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. Exponentially, African American women want a black man. And I get it, I understand. However, this is what I'm going to present to you. I'm going to present to you, how do you know that the man that God has for you is a black man? 52% of black men who make over $100,000 a year don't even want to get married. They don't get married. And then a significantly more, 22% of the ones that do want to get married choose to marry outside of their race. So then now the pool of eligible high income earning black men has been reduced down to maybe like 10 to 13% black women, all while you have exponentially been focused on attracting a high income earning quality black man. I don't say this to say that there aren't quality black men. I don't say this to say that you shouldn't want one. What I am saying is that you should expand what you're asking for. If a man comes along who isn't black but is willing to love your soul and treat you like a queen, why not? What are you doing? Are you saying you would rather be by yourself than to be happy with a man who doesn't look the way you think he should look? What if God has a man for you that doesn't look the way you think he's supposed to look, and you're missing out on the best love story, all because your mindset is limited to just dating a group of men who don't want us? So here's my recommendation, because I know that pill stung. So first, let it marinate in your spirit. Then second, pray on it. And then third, reevaluate what you're asking for and what you're settling for. Because if you simply learned your value as a woman and what you do for so many people, your nurturing, loving spirit, the fact that oftentimes you save everybody. And there's also a lot that as black women we have to work on. I get it, because we're constantly being rejected and mistreated by society. then it makes a lot of us bitter and jaded, and we come off as difficult to deal with. And so now there's a stereotype that Black women are difficult and men in general don't want to deal with that. And if you know that I'm speaking to you, then you must heal that. And then broaden your horizons to expect that a quality man is waiting for you. And he may or may not be a Black man. And if you need help in order to prepare yourself to receive that kind of man, it takes nothing from you to get that help. But what is not smart is for you to continue to sit there unhappy, dealing with the man who doesn't know how to treat you, or sitting there by yourself simply because you're limited to what you think you want versus what's already meant for you. Let that sit and lie wherever you want it to. I hope it helps.
Said that
they did not want Black women. That's the truth.
I don't know where this came from, but Black women will stick beside Black men to the extent to where it's painful. I'm one of them. And honestly, my desire for Black love hindered me from finding the love that was for me. It's sad, but we've gotten to this state where it's like rejection breeds obsession. Black women obsessing over Black love when we're constantly being rejected by our own men. As a high-earning woman, I've always had an issue with finding men that were equally yoked. Reason being is most Black men who earn as much as I do, they weren't checking for me. Watch this video. Black women, start opening your heart and your options, because we deserve to be loved and respected too.
I agree wholeheartedly with what this love coach said, as well as with the follow-up video and comments that were made in response to the video. However, I think one of the biggest issues impacting Black women's decision not to date out is the way in which slavery and presently systemic racism and white supremacy impacts us. It doesn't impact Black men the same way. We're typically on the front line trying to help each other in our community. And we understand that white supremacy and racism could not function as well as it does without the collective effort of white men and white women. However, Black men over the past 50, 60 years since miscegenation laws have been disbanded, have been the biggest group to date out and then create biracial children. With that said, that has impacted our identity, our image, mental health, and now it is presently impacting our communities, whereas you have a lot of well-educated, smart, desirable Black women, but simply the Black man is not suited for that Black woman. So I think that Black women should entertain men outside of their race, but I think that Black women would benefit a lot from getting the counseling that is needed to deal with racism and white supremacy and the impact that slavery has had on us. Because obviously, in order for us to have this mindset of today, a lot wasn't dealt with after our ancestors left that plantation, because we're still dealing with issues that were created from being brought to this country and enslaved. Get in the comment section, tell me what you thought of this video. Thanks for watching.